Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Muscatine Today Show. I am so excited to be here with you all, and I am so excited about the guest that we have on today. Chris Norton will be joining us here in just a few minutes. But first of all, I'm also excited about you, Ben.
I was going to say, you're hurting my feelings here, Ashley.
I'm also very excited because my friend Ben is on with us this morning as well. I always love when you come on the show because you allow me to be silly and it's fun. So
it's the only way to be.
I know, right? So let's talk a second about Hy-Vee and what we've got going on, because the deals are going to be hitting their mailboxes today from Discover Muscatine. Also, I have to mention that I got the brand new limited edition 50th anniversary Starbucks cup.
Dun, dun,
dun, woo! And I, of course, wore a sweater that would match my cup because that's very important, folks. Very important to match your cup. It's so pretty, though. Like it's not even doing. It's just I can see it in the camera. It's not even. You guys have to come out. These are just released this morning, and they're already like flying off the shelves. I saw like 3 people out in line that had them in their hand. They're like. They told me they were putting these out today, and I had to come get mine today.
And so they'll probably be gone within a couple days.
Yeah, and once they're gone, they're gone. They're not getting any more of these ones, and they're so pretty and sparkly. So Starbucks, you have to hit up Starbucks here. They have them out at Hy-Vee. There might have been like 10 left on the shelf, and it's like, what, 9 o'clock. So you have to come out and grab yours, get a yummy drink, and visit with the ladies that are at Starbucks this morning. So
absolutely.
So tell us what else is going on at Hy-Vee today. There's some sales starting tomorrow. Sorry to cut you off, but I saw there's some big stuff happening tomorrow.
There's some huge sales going on. We got our snack sale going on this week, Ashley. Tons of snacks throughout the whole store, whether it be cookies, 10-cent cookies. I'm going to be building a display up front here today. 1,200 packages of cookies I'm going to be making.
That's a lot of cookies.
That's a ton of cookies. 10 cents a cookie, guys. We've got crackers. We've got chips. You name it, galore for the snacks. We've got them taken care of. Also, there's tons of meat sales going on. We have a truckload meat sale going this week. And I'm not going to give anything away yet. I'll let you guys see it in the ad when you get it.
Yep.
But they went aggressive, and it's a hot ad just for the meat items alone this week.
Yeah. When I was looking at the paper and stuff last night, I was like, holy cow, I'm going to have to go after the show and get some of those deals. I think they're starting tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow morning.
Yep.
We start rolling with the meat sale, guys, so make sure you stop in.
Yep.
Check the ad out tonight when it hits the mailbox.
Yep.
Like I said, there's a ton of great items. Fill the freezer.
Yep, for sure. So what else is happening today? We talked a little bit about this.
Yep. Today is Tenderloin Tuesday, guys. 2 tenderloins for $5, and like Ashley said last week,
they're bigger than my head.
They are so huge. She has to split it with her sisters.
I
so
do.
Make sure you stop out. Hit us up today for our tenderloins. And a little bit I want to talk about, Ashley, is the H+ Hy-Vee online shopping.
Yep.
A lot of people right now, we're kind of limited on time. You got sports getting ready to roll in. Everybody's just so busy in their life. With H+, guys, it's $99 a year for the program, but you get free delivery. We also, every month, we pick 2 or 3 items, and you get those items for free by being an H+ member.
Yeah.
Every time you swipe your card with an H+, you get 3 cents fuel saver on top of whatever other fuel saver we have going on in the store.
It pays for itself very quickly.
Very quickly.
I mean, that $99 that you pay up front, within your first month of having it, for sure, you're going to have your monies back in items or in the gas credits or, you know, those special deals that are only for those Plus Perks members.
And what a lot of people don't know, Ashley, is with the H+ program, you have a personal link with your personal shopper. So they have their own cell phones. If anything in the store happens to be out or we've got deals going, those shoppers are reaching out to our H+ members and say, hey, I know you got this on your thing, but we also are running this right now as a special, extra fuel saver items on that, and our shoppers reach out to them personally.
Yeah. It's super nice, and all of the shoppers are so friendly and fun, and They always look for the best deals. My shopper sometimes even lets me know, like, hey, did you know that this is on sale if you get the bigger stuff that maybe I didn't realize when I was doing my online shopping if I was in a hurry. So they're super friendly and nice. And you might get in a little bit of a relationship with your shopper, and they start getting to know what you like and the brands to look for, and they really do help you out when you're a Perks member.
And it is, like you said, it becomes a relationship in between them and their shoppers.
Yep.
And a lot of them have the same shoppers week after week,
Yep.
so they really get to know them. We have a lot of elderly people that request certain people just because they know them personally, and it's more of a one-on-one, and we take care of our customers that way with it, Ashley.
Yep. Yeah, so it's a super great deal, and like you said, it's $99, but that pays for itself so quickly with all the rewards, the extra things that you get. And the other Perks cards they're still a thing. You can still use your little black card and get some of those deals, but when you're a Plus member,
yep, like last
things
month,
are a little bit.
One of the specials, Ashley, they got a 12-inch cookie just for being an H Plus member. So when they called in for their order, we sent out a 12-inch chocolate chip cookie decorated just to thank them and reward them. Yep.
There's a lot of those deals when you are a Plus member, and it's going to pay for itself within the first month. I guarantee it. It's crazy, the deals and the extra things that are added. So also, you said yesterday that today was National Banana Cream Pie Day, right?
Correct, it is. If you'd like to hold it up, Ashley.
Seriously.
Back in the bakery, guys, we have these awesome banana cream pies. They are just delicious. They're made all in-house here. Fresh bananas, the whole 9 yards.
Yep.
Stop up and get them. I believe they're $9.99, and they have a 10-cent fuel saver on them, guys.
What?
Make sure you stop in and grab one of those. They
You got to celebrate tonight.
Why are you looking at me that way, Ashley?
You have to celebrate by getting a pie. Can you smell it?
Ashley!
Sorry. Can you smell it?
Yeah, I can smell it.
Well, Ben, you're a little messy now, so if you could.
I'd love to open my eyes and see you folks, but, well, somebody thought it'd be funny to do this.
Well, it's such a good deal.
Fresh bananas.
It's nice and soft, though, right?
Very soft.
Very soft.
It's so chewy good.
And it smells delicious. And it's cheap enough that you can pie someone in the face and not feel bad as well.
I hope you feel bad.
I
still want to hug you right now, Ashley.
I don't feel bad. Don't. My cup matches my shirt.
Everybody stop out. Hit us up for these great deals this week.
All right, we're going to go to a quick commercial break here, and then we'll be back with Chris Norton. I am so excited for this interview. If you haven't checked out his new film that just was released, you have to do it. But we'll be back in just a minute to talk about it more. Were able to join us this morning on the show. I watched your movie again last night, and I have to say it was just as good the second time around. It was so good and inspiring for all of life's trials. It doesn't just pertain to injuries like you had, but you really can use a lot of what you say in the film in other aspects of life. It was an amazing movie, so I'm so glad that you guys made it.
Yeah, thank you, Ashley. Thanks for having me on the show. And yeah, you don't have to go through a spinal cord injury to enjoy the film or know someone who's gone through something like that. Really, it comes down to, facing uncertainty and fear and adversity. Like, how do you respond to that? And I think the film kind of shows that journey, that it's not an easy journey, but it's possible to get through some life-altering things.
Yeah. One of the things that in the film, when you talked about the doctor that told you, Chris, it's just not possible. You're not going to get through this. Just the way that you took what he said and didn't take that negatively. You weren't going to allow it to affect you in that way. You took what he said and you used it kind of as this like inspiration to prove him wrong. And I loved that. It was so good. I don't want to give too much away about the movie, but that was probably one of my favorite parts.
Oh, that's an amazing part. And yeah, it just shows you can't listen to every voice that's telling you can't, because really sometimes it doesn't really come down if you can't. Sometimes it's people just won't. And I had that will that I'm going to do whatever I could to get better.
Yeah, it was so cool with Emily being from Muscatine. I know I've literally on social media, it's just like post after post about people watching it and excited because, like we know them, we know who they are. And to be able to see that journey on film and see it being so successful, congratulations, it's amazing. I do have a couple questions for you just about your journey that I think people will enjoy hearing your responses to. The first one is just about, without giving too much away, tell us a little bit about that nurse that changed your life that night.
Yeah, I had a life-altering, an encounter, and it came like the fourth night after my spinal cord injury, playing college football, and this just the patient advocate comes in, and all her job is to check my vitals. That's all she's supposed to do. That's what most people do, is just check the vitals and they leave. And it's the middle of the night. I'm crying. I can't sleep, and I'm frustrated. I'm scared. And she comes over and she whispers to me like, "Chris, you'll beat this. Like, you're going to get better." And it just spoke right to my heart and soul. And it gave me this belief in myself. I restored my faith that, it is worth it to keep trying, to keep going, because I was questioning whether all my time and effort would ever pay off. Like, is this insane to even try? And hearing it from her, someone who is on the medical side of things, just gave me so much hope. And I used those words in that encounter to kind of fuel my fire to keep pushing, even when people told me to, like, it's not worth it, or just give up. This is where you're going to be the rest of your life. And I always hung on to Georgia's words.
Are you still in touch with that nurse? Do you ever talk to her, or have you seen her since that day?
So it's been almost 10 years since I've talked to her. And I actually just got to talk to her this past weekend, in fact. And that was a really fun experience. And she had no idea how that story has been told thousands of times. Hundreds of thousands of people have heard that story. As a motivational speaker, I have a big part in my keynote is about Georgia, and just being kind, and being kind is a choice that we all get to make. And you never know what someone else is going through. Where, me, you can see my physical challenges, but other people, you can't see their challenges, what they're going through. And I just try to illustrate the encounter with Georgia, just how meaningful words can be. So I let her know that. And, she was extremely humble. She's like, "Oh, no, I'm just played this very, very small part." But it was cool. She said that she has done that with thousands of patients, where she whispers in their ear and tells them, "You're going to get through this. You'll beat this." And I just think that's amazing.
Yeah. So, Emily's just amazing. You know that. You married her.
Oh, yeah.
But I know, like your mom talks a lot about how that was one of the things she wanted to make sure you had someone who really loved you and was going to go along on your journey and be that partner. Did you ever expect, I mean, that day or when you started talking to her online that would be the girl that you married?
I had no idea until I met her. And like Emily, she's got this heart of gold. She is always thinking about others and so selfless. She wants to serve and make a difference in the world. And I was kind of on that same journey of like, how can I use my story, my experiences to help somebody else with their own challenges? And I started a nonprofit, the Chris Norton Foundation, to try to help other people with physical challenges. And her heart was into fostering and adoption. And so it was really cool just like connecting with someone who's not only beautiful on the outside, but beautiful on the inside. And we just, all our morals and values lined up and it just clicked. Like she became my best friend right away. And so it's been an amazing ride to just try to make a difference in the world, really try to make a dent. And I think that just has given me so much purpose in my pain. And it's helped me to find peace and contentment right from a wheelchair. And I think that's the best way to live life, is try to live life for other people.
Yep. I agree. It gives you a purpose to continue on and fight through all of those things that you're battling. And like you said, whether it's a physical battle or something that people aren't able to see, it really having that person there and having those values and just that drive to be a good person and make a difference, that helps you along the journey for sure. So another question I have, you guys are fostering and adopting kids left and right. This is so amazing. I love that part of your story. Just giving another piece of yourself to other people is just an amazing thing. So how many kiddos do you guys have now in your home, whether it's foster or adoptive?
So we have 7 kids, 5 are adopted, 1 we're fostering, and 1 we're co-parenting. 6 of those kids are in the house. Our oldest, Whitley, is actually living in Muscatine and working there. And Emily wishes she could be on the show to talk to her hometown and everything, because she loves Muscatine. But we have so many kids that someone's got to watch the kids. So she's wrangling those kiddos up right now. And because we have a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 10-year-old, and 11-year-old in the house. So we're busy, and it's loud, it's fun, it's chaotic, but we wouldn't have it any other way, because it's just so easy to open up your doors for kids when you know that a lot of them don't know what it's like to feel loved. They don't feel special. They don't even believe love's a real thing and that it can be unconditional. That you don't have to do anything to be loved. Just be yourself. Yeah. And so it's really neat to try to give them that and just show them, that there's a calling for them and they have a beautiful life ahead of them, and just to keep going and keep working hard. And so it's been an amazing ride.
Yeah. So you guys have written a book. Now you have a film. We're all waiting. What's next on your journey? What's the next goal that you have set out in front of yourself?
I mean, right now we're really focused on the film 7 Yards. It's available on Apple TV, Amazon Prime Video right now. You can rent, buy it, and it's been amazing to get the reviews of just how much that's touched their lives. And you look at the last 365 days, it's been a rough one, and to now come out with this inspirational documentary film that even kids to all the way to adults can enjoy and encourage them. It's just God's timing, really, that it came out now. But for next, we're just going to keep raising our family, growing our family properly. We would love to adopt one of our little boys that we're fostering. And then for me, continue my career as a motivational speaker, author. I want to come out with some video courses, but any way I can serve others and show them, like, how can you overcome challenges in your own life? How can you face the uncertainty and the fear that we all deal with? And I know what that's like after, my life being flipped upside down with my spinal cord injury. And so I want to show people how you navigate that path. And then also keep growing the Chris Norton Foundation. We have a wheelchair camp for kids with physical challenges, and that's a ton of fun. So we want to grow that camp. But those are kind of things right now that we're focused on.
Well, that's quite a list of things to focus on. Even just that house full of kiddos that you guys have is definitely got to be a handful, or 4 handfuls probably. But
all hands on deck.
I have to, yes, all hands on deck for sure. I can't even imagine having that many kiddos running around, but I enjoy chaos too, so I probably fit right in. So I guess my last question is just seeing you actually in the film play the part where your injury happened. I was thinking to myself, like, that had to be hard, like to replay that life-changing moment. What made you decide to actually play that yourself and show that on the film, and how did it affect you?
Yeah, ideally we'd want the actual footage for everything like that, like the actual moment. But when you're going through life-altering things, no one's really whipping out a camera to record it, especially back in 2010 when smartphones weren't really that smart at the time and didn't have as many cameras like they do now. Right now it's a lot more easier, but if we want to really bring it to life versus just me telling you it, but to actually tell you and see it, it just makes for a more like gripping experience. And so going into replaying my football injury, I was excited about it. I wasn't nervous. As a motivational speaker, I share my story and I go in depth to a great detail. And so I'm like, oh, this will be fine. I get the shoulder pads on, the helmet. I'm having fun. Like, I feel like I'm a football player again. But then when they lay me down on the exact spot where I was injured just, 10 years ago, that was spooky. Because all the emotions kind of came back of what I was feeling back then, of just, what's my life going to look like? Will I ever play sports again? Will I ever meet a girl or have a happy life? And so these emotions were flooding back, and I can remember the fear of just not moving a thing. And so what I kept doing while I was laying on the field while we were filming, so it took some time, was I kept wiggling my toes. I kept moving my arm just every single chance I could, just to remind myself, Chris, you can move. It's not back in 2010 where you couldn't move a thing. Like, you still have some movement, and it's a happy ending. So don't freak out. Mm-hmm. But it was pretty eerie being in that spot.
Yeah, I can imagine. It was, anyone who hasn't watched the film yet, I hope that you will go out and you will, today when you get off work or when you have a moment. I rented it right on Amazon Prime. You can buy the movie so you can watch it over and over. I probably should have done that because I've already rented it twice. But nice. It is it is a great story. It is a story of hope, of overcoming, and like you said, you ended up with this amazing life. And I have to believe that it's because of your attitude and the way that you just set those goals and you just kept crushing them. And I think that's how we get through things in life. And so I love that you're sharing that story just literally worldwide and helping so many people. I'm so in awe of that. And I just think that's so amazing. And I appreciate you coming on the show today and chatting with Emily's hometown. I know that everyone's going to want to watch and hear from you. So maybe next time down the road, after you guys crush another goal, we'll have you back on the show and Emily can join us too.
Perfect. That sounds great. Thank you for having me.
Yes, I appreciate it so much. Have a great day, and tell Emily that Muscatine says hi.
Okay, we'll do. Take care.
Thank you. All right, everybody, we're going to go to a quick break, and then I'll come back to finish up the show with you all. You guys, seriously, you have to go and check out that film. It's available on a ton of streaming networks. Amazon Prime, if you have Amazon TV or Apple TV, you can get that film. Just literally, you will have chills the whole time. You will be inspired to do something wonderful in your life, regardless of whether you have a struggle you're currently working through or not. It will give you inspiration to just be a kind person and to move forward no matter what life puts in front of you. It's an amazing film, and it's so cool to see people that we recognize and know, and we're so happy for them and all of the success that the film is having, that their book has had, and wish them luck in the future, of course. So to finish up the show today, I wanted to just thank our sponsors, of course, because without them, we wouldn't be able to do amazing interviews like the one we just did. So thank you so much to CBI, Lutheran Living, Toyota of Muscatine, our new sponsor, R7 Barn, R7 Reclaim, just right up the hill. And they have an event coming up that you will want to know about and you can read about in the scrolls that have been going through during the show. And also thank you so much to Hy-Vee for the Market Grill Express Studios. I'm looking forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. I'm so glad you joined us today. And don't forget that kindness is free. So spread that stuff wherever you go.
TJ Deere here at Toyota Muscatine, and this is what it feels like to have a brand new Toyota.
It's the new car smell.
It's the new stories.
It's the new adventure. It's the memories.
Come and see us for your 2020 Toyota.